to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Glad to have you with us. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Miami Heat. And that's it for now. I'll see you again at halftime. Until then, Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke with the call.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. It's been a ride.
You can try and read my lyrics off of this paper before I lay 'em, but you won't take the sting out these words before I say I'ma be what I set out to be, without a doubt, undoubtedly. And all those who look down on me, I'm tearing down your balcony. No ifs, ands, or buts, don't try to ask him.
Welcome, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, ready to bring you all the action along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. First for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the power forward. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslem in at the 4.
Guys, you go back to the shortened season a year before last, and the Spurs were the best team on the road. But last year, they weren't nearly as dominant on the road. Still solid when leaving San Antonio, but far from the level they played at a couple of seasons ago.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Chalmers against Parker. And it's Miami with the rebound. And for the Spurs on the road last season, they would still win 23 games in hostile territory. And while that is more than the 22, Steve, they won in the shortened season, they also lost a fair amount more as well.
Well, for the Spurs, Kevin, I think they did what they needed to do. You know, the Spurs manage the regular season. They know when to turn it on and when they can maybe relax a little bit. The big thing is they just want to stay near 500 on the road, protect their home court, and be healthy going into the playoffs, and that puts them in a good position.
Into Tim Duncan. He's again.
Still looking for that first bucket here to start the game.
Splitter misses. Doubled by Chalmers. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D-Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
Thanks again, Doris.
You know, you survey other point guards in the league and ask them who their toughest assignment is, and a lot of them will tell you it's Tony Parker. I mean, his ability to weave in and out at the speed he does just drives would-be defenders mad over the course of 4 quarters. Parker is always in attack mode.
Here's LeBron. A second chance effort. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by LeBron.
Well, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot, and doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there. So having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Here's Green. It's off his leg, and the official's saying it was kicked. Parker kicks to Green. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there. Outside Leonard. Back to Duncan. Working on Bosch. Here's Splitter. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
And you know, frustrated Steve is on.
Well, you know what, come on. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And here is Parker after the three-pointer from Chalmers. And he uses the glass on the layup. Splitter's got his second bucket of the game to go. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Another miss by Wade.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Green dishes to Duncan. It's stolen by Hazard. Wade kicks to Bosch. Leonard with the steal. Green left side. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Coach Popovich was fined last season for sitting out his top players in a nationally televised matchup against the Heat. I certainly understand the league's posture there, and it was a lot said about it. Yet, for a veteran team like the Spurs with championship aspirations, I understand resting key players during the course of the regular season.
Here's Bosch. Nice work on the board. It's paying off at the basket.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Double team on Parker. Chalmers. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And back to that fine for Popovich, $250,000. Steve, that'll leave a dent.
Yeah, no doubt. But, you know, Popovich enjoys tweaking the league at times. This was clearly an effort to do that. But, look, I think it's good for him to actually, you know, kind of let the league know every once in a while that if you're going to give us that kind of schedule with my older team, I'm going to sit them down once in a while.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Now, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
Now, here's Green. Parker. Wade is covering. Double team on Parker. Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Green's got 6.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Here's San Antonio. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Parker kicks to Splitter. Dishes to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. Parker passes to Green. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 three-pointers consecutively. These guys are raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
Here's Wade. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Back to Chalmers. Shoots a fader. Miami no good on that time either.
I'll tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Rejected by LeBron.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 6 points for Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, off to a rough start. Just doesn't seem to have the rhythm with his shot.
Green dishes to Splitter. Back to Green. And it's blocked by Haslam. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good. Duncan.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
Here's LeBron. Makes it off the glass.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Spurs leading by 4. From deep, Green. LeBron grabs the miss.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out. But the drive to the bucket was nice. But how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Here's Green after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Green, the pass to Parker. Double team on Parker. Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Green against Haslam. Now here's Green. He's covered closely. Fires for three. Kept alive. Splitter. They shoot again, and it's blocked by Bosch. And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way. Another shot. LeBron, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Parker with it. Now guarded by Haslam. Leonard kicks to Parker. The feed to Duncan. Leads him in there. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bosch.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
San Antonio leading. Green kicks to Splitter. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. And the offensive rebounds leading to second chance points.
Yep, Kevin, and they have 6 in this quarter. And you know what? That's always a good sign in terms of a team that's focused and energetic. I mean, when you can get to that offensive glass, you're doing some work.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare. Then the Pacers really took them deep all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Spurs leading by 4. Parker outside. Pass to Diaz. The 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. LeBron's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, LeBron is far enough along now in his career where you can start to project some of his career stats. And they're staggering. I mean, he could end up the first player ever to end up with 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds. I mean, that's remarkable.
San Antonio making a switch here. Honors checked in. Parker dishes to Ginobili. They double-team Ginobili. Bellinelli. There's the pass to Bonner. Shot clock at 5. And Bellinelli kicks to Ginobili. Releases. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And when you talk about LeBron's ability to pile up stats, whether it's scoring, rebound, or passing, Clark, he can do it all.
He really can. He's dominant in every facet of the game, and you love his durability and his stamina. He is a stat sheet stuffer supreme, and that's the highest level of stat sheet stuffing you can have, and he's at the pinnacle of the peak.
Well said. Kicks it to Bonner. From past the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, the Red Rocket, as they call him, one of the best outside shooting big men that we've seen in this league the last few years. You cannot leave him open outside defensively.
Yeah, classic shooting 4-man. His game is to spot up at the three-point line and wait for the open look. Here's Diallo following the basket by Shane Battier.
I'll tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Diallo with the steal. Parker with it. Now defended by Cole. From the baseline. And that one's good. Parker's got his second bucket of the night. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for San Antonio?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
1:27 left to play here in the first. Parker kicks to Bellinelli. From the arc. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that one's good. And now just a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
Yeah, in fact, that's the shot they've used from that range, Clark, to get 8 of their last 10 points.
San Antonio's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Passes it to Bono. Just 5 on the clock. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong together.
Yeah, very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
And here is Parker, following the 3 from Ray Allen. Double team on Parker. Bonner kicks to Parker. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Back to Parker. He feeds it to Diaw. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
Allen outside. Back to LeBron. There's the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Offensive rebound.
Rugged play under the boards. It's not a place for the weak of heart. You've got to go in there physically and aggressively.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Heat lead by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Heat.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
Here's Parker. Feeds to Bono. He passes to Ginobili. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
On a per-minute basis, you know, Manu Ginobili continues to be one of the top shooting guards in the game. Of course, the Spurs have always limited his minutes to protect him from injury. Last year, 25 minutes a game is about what he played.
He misses the free throw. And you mentioned injuries for Manu. He's had his share for his career. He's missed an average of about 15 games a season.
And Kevin, part of it is just the way he plays, just the attacking nature of his drives. He draws a lot of contact. And you look at his age, mid-30s. I mean, the Spurs want to keep him healthy, try to save him for the playoffs, so they try to limit his minutes and bring him off the bench.
You know, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last season, guys, was that they were able to finish games strong. You think a group of vets might run out of gas, but the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth quarter points.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, LeBron James' game is so well-rounded, you might forget that he led the league in scoring back in 2008. He said, I've done that before. I'm capable of doing it, but that's not my job here. My job is to do a lot of everything, rebounding, passing, and defending. Guys, his versatility and completeness as a basketball player is what makes him so incredible to watch.
He can do it all, Doris. Pass, shoot, special talent.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
First one falls for him. Well, Clark, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last year in the fourth was because they had so many options when possessions, Steve, start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got Parker to create off the dribble. You can always throw it into the low post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys who understand how to play the game and know how to play each other. Just the experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think, allows them to execute under pressure.
Misses from close range. For Miami, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Diaw with the steal. Parker with it. Now guarded by Cole. And Norris Cole is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Kicks to Leonard. Parker, right side. 5 to shoot. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Parker's got his third basket of the night.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Daniel Green, who's checked in for Manu Ginobili. Parker drives in. San Antonio again missing. The Heat trail by 4. Leonard with the steal. Diaw up top. Now the dish to Duncan. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And Miami making a change here. Haslam's checked in. And Chalmers kicks to Haslam. Back to Chalmers. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Spurs leading by 4. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Mario Chalmers. Right side, Green. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got 6 assists here tonight.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Wade kicks to Haslam. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Well, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Splitter is checked in for the Spurs. Parker passes to Splitter, and that one's good. Splitter's got 8 points.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now Leonard. After the missed 3 from Haslam. Parker kicks to Splitter. Haslam's there. Splitter, that's good. He's got 10. Here's Wade. 8 points for him. Haslam dishes to Chalmers. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Again, the miss by the Heat.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
The Heat trail by 12. Here's Bosch. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Now, here's Green. He's got 11. Parker passes to Duncan. Goes up again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know where you'll see him put in the majority of his work is in the rebound battle. Puts a persistent physical effort on the glass. He is tough to box out.
And Steve, you know, he's also got a full arsenal of moves in the post. I mean, you can't believe how many tricks this guy has up his sleeves. He's full of them. Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
And he sinks the second. Go back to what Bosh said. I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you. But I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels. And I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fight. The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
Haslam, that's good. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Parker kicks to Duncan, and it's good on the assist by Parker. 8 points for Tim Duncan. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
The Heat trailed by 13. Bosh, defended by Splitter. A runner. Bosh can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Here's Haslam. That one rolling around and rims out.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Green with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron, and that one's good. Parker.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assists. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball. You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
You know what? And Miami the other way now. To the inside. Leonard with the steal. The drive by Green. Duncan fires, high post, and it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Step back shot. That's good. And it's 7 points for LeBron.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Leonard dishes to Splitter. Pass to Duncan. And that's good off the glass that time. Duncan's got 12 points in the game.
And he's shaken off a poor first-quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Green with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Parker kicks to Splitter. Duncan left side. Miami grabs the miss.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Spurs leading by 11. Green with the ball. 13 points in the game. Into Tim Duncan. Bosh with some nice D. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense, because now you can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. but playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Bolster said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity. Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys."
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. Now, here's Wade. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Haslam covered by Duncan. Haslam can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Spurs leading by 11. Outside, Green, Duncan. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. And Haslam kicks to Wade. Bosh with it, now guarded by Splitter. Here's Chalmers. Haslam, the pass to Bosh. Fades. That's tipped.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Power down with both hands.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition. Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
It's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there. You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big three came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out. Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Spurs leading by 9. Ginobili outside. 1:56 left in the second quarter. Splitter. And it's Miami with the rebound. Allen drives in, takes a three, and again Miami with the triple. And Clark, as you were saying, the trio of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all have options in their contracts to become free agents in 2014 if they choose to. And Steve, you have to think that at least one or two of them might exercise that right.
Well, you know LeBron will, because he's the most underpaid athlete probably in the history of sports. He's worth 10 times what he makes. But it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does here the next couple of years with their roster.
Here's Ginobili. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Splitter, the feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Splitter's got 6 points in the quarter.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Good ball movement here by Miami. They get it back. Out to Wade. On deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Wade's got 15 points.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
And back to Popovich and the Spurs, he really makes a point of getting to know his players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2012, he had the players watching the presidential debates together.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I'll tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
This team is never afraid to get physical. I think they enjoy this style of play.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Tony Parker.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Diao kicks to Bellinelli. Ginobili outside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense is not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
That free throw good from Ginobili. The Spurs making a switch here. And he makes both free throws. 7 seconds left to play in the first half. Dishes it to Battier. And the Heat get another bucket right there. That'll do it for the first half. Spurs out in front, leading by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Damon Bruce. San Antonio on top against the Heat over at American Airlines Arena. You look at the offensive rebounds, they're creating second opportunities, and that's a key to winning. Tony Parker making a statement in this one. He's got 14 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists, look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. And midway through, the Heat are still alive. They've been a terror in transition, dicing up the D on the open court. Dwayne Wade has been productive. He's got 15 points, and he's had some good court vision, helping out in the assist department as well. And back to Miami we go. Thanks so much for being with us.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. What a game we're seeing from Green.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he's looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
Parker outside. The feet to Green. Duncan high post. Outside Leonard. Back to Duncan. Soft touch off the glass. Duncan's got the first bucket of the third here for San Antonio. The Heat trailed by 8.
I tell you, Tim Duncan turned back the clock last season, didn't he? One of his best in years, and one of his best seasons ever when it comes to blocking shots. For a guy who doesn't get a whole lot of elevation, it's his timing that allows him to be a shot blocker without bouncing real high.
Here's Green, following the basket by Chris Bosh. And that one's good. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the big thing with him is that corner three-point shot. That's his spot. He loves drifting to that area. And so defensively, you've got to keep an eye on him. But what that does is it limits the amount of help you can give when he's on the floor.
And I also think he might have played a little football, Steve, because he's excellent at intercepting passes. I mean, that seems to be his calling card defensively.
That's good. You know, back to Duncan, Steve, you could make a credible argument that with the exception of Larry Bird, no player in NBA history has been more successful while blessed with fewer hops. I mean, I don't know if you'd say he's athletic.
You're right. I mean, he's not real athletic, but, man, the skill, the savvy, just the incredible knowledge of the game. One of the great players of all time.
Just such a pro.
Yeah.
Just such a pro. The Heat trail by 12. Here's Haslam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Haslam's got 11.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Green kicks to Leonard. Pass to Duncan. There's Green with the 3. That's good. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
And that one's good by LeBron.
That's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
San Antonio leading by 11. Parker kicks to Leonard. The pass to Splitter. Duncan. It's hauled in by the Heat. LeBron's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Good. And that's 17 points for Dwayne Wade.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
And Duncan gets it to go in.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Here's Wade. 17 points in the game. He kicks it to Chalmers. Passes it to Haslam. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. That drops. 12 points for Chris Bosh.
What a great start to the second half. They still haven't missed a field goal.
Parker dishes to Splitter. He feeds it to Green. And the Spurs scoring again.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Chalmers passes to Haslam. Tipped. Outside, Green. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Duncan.
Well, he won that battle, and in general, they're winning most of the battles tonight.
Well, those are some very easy points if you can get them.
Well, and like Clark said, they have been getting them, not necessarily all on putback dunks, but a lot of second chance opportunities.
Now here's Parker. He's got 14. Open shot by Duncan. That's short off the rim. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. LeBron kicks to Wade. Leonard with the steal. Green against Chalmers. Rejected by LeBron. Wade kicks to Bosh. Here's Haslam. Bosh dishes to Haslam. And another shot. Feeds it to Chalmers. Now Haslam inside. LeBron outside. The three. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
A dramatic improvement for the San Antonio Spurs defensively last season, guys. Coach Pop had suggested that they might have gotten too old to be an elite defensive team anymore, but that wasn't the case. I think he challenged them a little bit, and they raised the bar of their defensive performance.
Took him no time at all on that one. Chalmers has got his third basket of the night right there. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And Clark, you mentioned the defensive improvement of the Spurs. Going into last season, their stat gurus told them they needed to focus even more on contesting shots, even if that meant committing more fouls or allowing more offensive rebounds.
Well, and that's exactly what they did, Kevin. They gave up a few more offensive rebounds, fouled slightly more than they had the prior season, but they were better in terms of shot blocks, steals, and they held their opponents to a lower field goal percentage. So a great example of getting an edge from advanced stats.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Back to Bosh. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Spurs leading by 13. Parker kicks to Duncan. Leonard. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his third rebound on the night. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Chalmers. And that's 13 points for LeBron.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Back to Leonard. Money from the wing. And the Spurs lead by 13.
There's been some slippage defensively here in the second half, Kevin. I mean, I'm not sure if their legs are going or what, but they've given up some easy baskets here.
LeBron, good.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
San Antonio's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Leonard. Green against Wade. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Shane Battier is checked in for Miami. Tipped away. Braun right side. Puts it up from 12. They grab their own miss. Bosh. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for San Antonio.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 7. Parker passes to Duncan. And he dunks it down.
You know, for a guy his size, he doesn't play above the rim very often like he did on that slam.
Still got some power behind him, though.
Yeah, you let him get in close like that, he'll throw one down.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Well, for LeBron James, guys, the stats say it all. He's always a beast. But when you play him at the power forward position, his numbers take on a whole nother level of excellence.
And Clark, you mentioned LeBron playing at the 4 being a tough matchup for teams. Steve, why is that?
Well, we've seen the same thing with Carmelo Anthony, a guy who's playing at the 4 who has great size and strength, but also ball handling ability. It compromises the defense, particularly when you put shooters around him. Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, 2 teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were 1 play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
And that one's good. Battier's got 6.
And he was 1 step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
He dishes it to Green. And the shot is long. Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28 points.
Wow, what a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Left side, Leonard. Kicks it to Splitter. Duncan left side from 15 feet away, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
One thing I think that's helped extend Tim Duncan's peak effectiveness, you know, he was dealing with knee issues recently, but he committed to losing weight and slimmed down by over 25 pounds to take away some of that wear and tear on his joints. And, you know, over the last couple of seasons, it certainly seems to have revitalized him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
And stolen by LeBron.
Watch out! Oh, what a throwdown there. Man! Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
And the Spurs making a change here. Honors checked in. Ginobili dishes to Parker. Back to Ginobili. He passes to Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Battier. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Parker.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
And Battier, no good on that one.
You know, Shane Battier was such a great addition for this Heat team. Really a coach on the floor. And since they added him to the mix, guys, guess what? 2 straight championships.
Parker outside. Double team on Parker. The dish to Diaw. Ginobili outside. Fades back. Rebound by the Heat. Haslam's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Steve, you look at Shane Battier, his ability to cross-match and guard fours down low is one of the keys that enabled the Heat to go small, especially 2 years ago when they were in the finals.
Yeah, and in the regular season last year, it was very successful for Miami. That's why they shot those threes so well, because they had the floor spread. But Battier always willing to take on that challenge physically. The question, though, is when you go against a guy like David West or even Carlos Boozer, it gets tougher. And so in the playoffs, Miami has had to maybe go small a little bit less often.
He's a winner, though, isn't he?
No question.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
No good from Wade. San Antonio leading by 4. Parker off the pick from bottom. It's Parker with the drive. And Shane Battier gets the whistle. That's out. That's foul number 2 for him.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Ray Allen is checked in for Miami.
An unusual skill set for a big man. A long-range shot gives you such good spacing offensively.
Battier cannot hit.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
Here's Allen. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 6 assists in the game. San Antonio's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Parker right side. Ginobili outside. Green. There's the triple. And it's Haslam with the rebound.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark. Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
They get it back. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Parker kicks to Bonner. Pass to Green. Dishes it to Ginobili. Misses off the right iron.
They would have been lucky to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that kind of shot will definitely get you the high eyebrows from the coach and maybe get you a seat on the bench, too. Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Parker. No good there. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Spurs lead by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Heat trailed by 5. Wade kicks to Cole. Inside to Bosch. Diaw with the steal. The drive by Green. Up again. Cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
Showing us a little force on that putback, Kev.
Well, there was no way he was going to let that chance slip away.
No, sir.
Now, you got to love his positioning as the shot went up. He anticipated that play.
What a great game for Bosch in this one. He has 9 rebounds and 4 blocks. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
Yeah, he's giving them a little bit of everything, guys.
Splitter is checked in for the Spurs.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, I think that's a great strategy. Not only do you get easy points, but the clock stops as well. Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Cole. That one off the back iron and out. Spurs leading by 9. Outside Leonard. Doubled by Cole. Splitter. Wade is covering. Here's Parker. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time, Steve.
And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. Here's Ginobili, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Chris Bosh.
You know, you look at Ginobili, and he's slender and doesn't scream athleticism, but he is nimble, and nobody in the league is more of a contortionist going to the basket than Manu.
The amount of Ginobili, Clark, as you mentioned, an unconventional driver. Left-handed that throws guys off.
Yeah, it's kind of a herky-jerky type maneuver, but you know, it's that side step. We call it the Euro step. Might as well be called the Manu step these days. James Harden copied it from Ginobili, but it's so hard to stay in front of him.
And there's the feed to Parker. Back to Ginobili. Ginobili off a pick from Splitter. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Wade. Pass to Cole. To halt the run, and the layup is good.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And there's the pass to Ginobili. And there's the call on Bosh. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Spurs making a change here. Parker against Batty. Here's Splitter, and he makes good on the way.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Parker with the steal. Good on the shot.
They've been getting way too many high percentage looks close to the basket, and tell you what, when they're getting them, they're converting.
You know, the play in the paint, an aspect of this game that has gone entirely their way.
Another good look there, and that's his 2nd three-pointer of the game.
San Antonio leading by 12. Pass to Duncan. That's good. Duncan's got 30.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Here's Battier. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Now here's Parker. Double team on Parker. Duncan. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 6. With the teardrop, and it's good on the way in. Parker's got 6 points in the quarter.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Into Tim Duncan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Talk about the definition of a role player, guys. What the perfect role player should look like, I think it's Shane Battier. I mean, he's as good as it gets in that role. An elite defender, can guard anybody, and he can hit the 3 at a pretty good rate. Smart, good passer. Just the epitome of what you want in a role player.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Shane Battier. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. It's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And, you know, you talk about Battier. He knows how to play his role. He doesn't try to do too much.
Yeah, he's got a great basketball IQ, understands angles and percentages. Seems to be able to guard about 3 different positions. And a terrific weak side defender. He's always the guy there waiting to take a charge. Well, halftime was exactly what they needed, as they have shot the ball much better coming out of the break.
Yeah, they have looked a lot better this half. I don't know what it was. Perhaps they changed the rims, unbeknownst to us, but something changed.
Inside, here's Splitter. No good. Excellent D there from Haslem. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wade's got 19 points.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslem, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat, and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And back to Haslam. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence. Took them all the way to the NCAA championship game playing. Oh, look out!
Oh, wow! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Pretty early to be over the limit, Kevin. You'll have to watch the fouls from here out.
Free throw good by Parker.
Seems like every year, guys, you look at Tony Parker and he's found something else to add to his game. He's always improving.
Last season for Tony Parker, arguably his best ever. 20 points a game, almost 8 assists, 52% Steve from the field. There was even talk at midseason about maybe MVP consideration.
Well, his ability to score inside around the rim is amazing, but he's also become a master of knocking down the jump shot from that 15 to 18-foot range. But really, this team has been built now around Parker. Their offensive strategy completely tailored to suit his talents. Yeah, he's almost putting on a little show out there with that fadeaway jumper.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. He feeds it to Splitter. Defended by Chalmers. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. San Antonio again missing. Back to LeBron. And shot on the way. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Duncan outside. Back to Leonard. Ginobili outside. Leonard on the wing. Launches it. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch kicks to Hazel. From the low block. And the Heat get another bucket right there. Here's Parker. And there's the call on Udonis Haslem. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he makes the first.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop. And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
Wade kicks to Hazel. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. Feeds it to Duncan. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosch has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Chalmers passes to Haslem. He kicks to Wade. Banked in off the glass. And now just a 5-point Spurs lead.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
The drive by LeBron. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. LeBron's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
And that one's good. Duncan.
Look at the size discrepancy there between the defender and the shooter.
Well, those are warm-up jumpers. When there's not a hand in his face, he'll knock those down all day.
Chalmers. Here's Bosch. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Tell you what, he's been zeroed in on the hoop all quarter long, making big shots.
Spurs leading by 3. He dishes it to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Wide open look. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Miami's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Shot from the wing, and another basket for Miami. And so it's San Antonio with it. Kicks to Parker. There's the pick. Duncan outside. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 7 rebounds in the game. LeBron dishes to Bosh. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 20 points for Chris Bosh.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety. He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Leonard. Duncan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Duncan's got 8 here in the quarter.
One of the big stories is second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
The Heat shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Bosh defended by Splitter. That one goes. Covered. Bosh has got 16 points here in the second half. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Down low, it's stolen by Haslem. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Chalmers running. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Playing hard, but you got to play smart, too. Get there too late, and that's a big whistle.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They lead by 1. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Duncan. Back to Parker. The dish now to Leonard. Shoots the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 16 points for Kawhi Leonard.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
San Antonio leading by 4. Knocked away. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go. And the Heat going the other way now. LeBron James on the wing. Leonard with the steal. Ginobili the pass to Parker. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. There's Ginobili. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up. Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Parker against Chalmers. Parker kicks to Duncan. And the layup's good off the glass. Duncan's got 38 points.
I like the way they got the ball inside there. And the clock is their worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they've got to work very quickly here, Steve.
And good on the basket. Hook it.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
And here is Parker. And there's the call on Bosh. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, he'll make the walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline.
Greg Oden, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. The Heat making a switch here. Anderson's checked in, and so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
LeBron, no luck. Anderson dishes to Chalmers. It's good, and now they trail by just 4. San Antonio's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 6. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Is what's your take?
Well, there's a little bit of time here to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Very much so. Either way you cut it, they're going to need a pair of threes and some help at the other end as well.
LeBron passes to Wade, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Cole. Allen for the 3. Hands the 3. Seven seconds left in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. San Antonio making a switch here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Here's LeBron. To the middle, Anderson. Can't connect from short range. And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.